Hello, folks. Joel Thomas back here again talking about COVID-19. Just moments ago, Governor Hogan has declared that all schools in Maryland, public schools, are to be closed from March 16th to 27th. This will likely impact private schools and nurseries as well, who will ultimately have the decision to be made on their own. Also, it will likely affect the decision of churches to hold children's church and other children's programs around the state. Governor Hogan's one of the first governors in the country to do this preemptively. We have 12 cases currently reported in Maryland, although many more are expected. He's done this preemptively out of an abundance of caution to prevent the spread of coronavirus at this time. In my last video, I spoke about the potential for the governor to ask us to quarantine. This is not that, but this essentially leads to that for many. A version of that, wherein now families are going to have to figure out how to care for their children at home, either through a parent or a primary caregiver at home, which could take away from their ability to work unless you're able to work at home. So now is the time where that is happening. It's real. This starts on Monday, and so it's time to adjust our lives. And for those who are watching in DC and Virginia, it's very likely that now that this has happened, others will follow suit. The state of Ohio just did the exact same thing. There are others that will likely follow suit, although Governor Hogan is one of the first in the country to take such preventive actions. So my note right now is to, again, follow the guidance and advice from CDC in terms of testing yourself, checking and monitoring the spread of the illness of coronavirus, and also ensuring good hygiene in terms of washing things. Now's a great time if you're going to be at home. For those who are going to be stuck at home, to wash your doorknobs, wash any surface that you use frequently, phones, computers, light switches. Just take a can of Lysol and just, if you're going to be living at home for a while, in general, it's just a good idea to do some spring cleaning. So let's take advantage of the moment that we have. Many have asked about, hey, should I go to the park and play at the playground? This is complicated. Like kids' hands have carry germs, and so playgrounds are typically a place where germs exist on surfaces for a while, certainly, and notwithstanding coronavirus. So I would suggest if you go to the playground and want to play, wear some gloves and or be very careful about washing prior to and after. Some children aren't going to be able to be trusted to do that, and honestly, it is going to be a little risky given the number of times that the average person touches their face in the course of every few minutes or an hour. So I advise you to proceed with caution, but again, live your life as normally as possible. For those who are unable to manage work from home, this is going to be especially difficult. So if your friends or neighbors are in that situation, let's see how we can help one another in this time. And I also think that we need to be careful to understand that this is going to have ramifications on our grocers and gas stations, and where people, other human beings like us, work and have families, and it's going to stress the capability and capacity all the way from the supply chain delivery to the actual people in those stores. So expect longer wait times and plan ahead. And so now is a great time again to just be diligent. Plan not just for the next 2 weeks. I'd be planning for the next several weeks, so thinking really critically about how you're going to navigate the next several weeks of your life given this order. There's no guarantee that it will be lifted at the end of 2 weeks, but it does currently last for 2 weeks. So let's keep that in mind, and I wish you all the best, and we'll be in touch at a future time.